In 2022, which are the most recent statistics, in 2022, 13.2 million people had serious suicidal thoughts, which led to 3.8 made a plan for suicide. And out of that 3.8, 1.6 million attempted. And out of that 1.6 that attempted, 49,000 was a death by suicide nationally in 2022, meaning, I think in a way that's more touching, that can kind of resonate a little more, is that's one death every 11 minutes by suicide.
Hi, my name is Remington Young. I am from Wichita, Kansas. I am a senior at Mays High School. I will be majoring in biology to pursue a career in medicine. I chose the KU cheer team because since I was 5, it has been my dream to be a KU cheerleader. I have been working hard to achieve that goal through 13 years of competitive cheer along with 4 years of high school cheer. And the most influential person in my life is my mother. She is the most hardworking person I know. She raised me on her own, so that she just really influences me to be a better person. Something about myself that most people would tell you is that I'm driven. When I have a goal in mind, I don't give up until I achieve that goal. And my mantra is to go hard or go home. And to me, that means either do your best or don't do it at all.
I would say one word to describe Remington was sunshine.
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 I can't think of a better word for her, sunshine. It's why we use sunflowers. They turn to the sun. And so I think that kind of nails it with who she was as a person.
She's just a bright light. I thought that probably a week after I had met Remington.
Remington was kind, gentle, quiet, but fun, sweet. She's so talented in so many ways, athletic, and she was my best friend, my heart.
She made you feel like you were worth something, and she gave all of her light to everyone that she came across. She didn't really keep much of it for herself because she wasn't a selfish person.
She was the kind of person who was always there for you no matter what she was going through. I could have the smallest little problem and her world could be falling apart, and she would sit and listen to whatever I was going through. She just wanted everyone to smile and laugh and just have the best day, even if she wasn't.
Amy brought her into the gym and to the counter, and she most matter-of-factly said, "I want to be a cheerleader." And I told her, well, that you had come to the right place. And I finished up business with her mom, and I took her hand and we walked out to the gym, and she was ready to go.
Remington was definitely a very, very focused type athlete. Every time that she came to the gym, she always had something in mind that she had as her goal for that day.
Like, her light never dimmed, she was always bright and kind and smiley and cheering people up. As she got older, didn't change that much, actually. She pretty much stayed her.
There were definitely some early signs of depression and anxiety as a child.
She was somebody who could hide it very well. On the outside, it just looked like she was a happy-go-lucky girl, living life, and that's the way she portrayed it to be, even to some of her closest friends.
Most people thought Remington was the perfect kid. She always put a smile on her face. And so, of course, we all learn, even at our age, that what we see just isn't always what's going on.
I feel like when you're a student athlete, it's like you need to be smart, you need to be athletic. We don't really have time for your mental health right now. You've got so much else going on. But that's also so important, because if you don't have the mental health, then everything else is going to fall.
By nature, student athletes have already a stressful strain on them psychologically, just due to the fact of being able to balance that work-life struggle.
I didn't know about her struggles at all, and I think that's what makes it impactful because you really never know what a kid is going through, what a student, an athlete, and the struggles that they may have. She always had a smile on her face, and she was always a bright light. She always had a positive attitude that she showed on the outward side of things. Inside, obviously, she had some things that she was fighting.
Kansas is the 13th in the country for death by suicide. The second leading cause of death for ages 10 years old to 34 is death by suicide. It's 10 years old. Deaths by suicide, those aren't statistics for thoughts. Those aren't the statistics for the number of how many of them make a plan, how often they're thinking about it, how many times they've attempted. And within that, ages 10 to 14, in 2022, there were 10 deaths by suicide for ages 10 to 14. There were 38 for ages 15 to 19. So that's high school, right in high school, 38. Then you go up to 66 once you hit that kind of college, just out of college, ages 20 to 24. And the highest area for death by suicide is ages 25 to 34. So coming out of that. And for me as a mental health care provider and looking at those numbers, I can't help but think all the things before, going back to that suicidal ideation. What are people going through? What are our youth going through? What are they thinking? What are they feeling? How can we equip them better?
After reading statistics and doing some research, figuring out that demographic is growing, so quickly with, mental health suicide attempts. And so I wanted to hit that hard and try to make sure that no other parent or family member has to go through this.
It's incredibly important to reach kids and to kind of meet them where they are. We never know what kind of battles they're fighting internally. They don't always want to tell us what they're fighting, what they're going through, the struggles that they have at home or away from school or sometimes at school. You have to sometimes just get to know kids in a personal level and help them understand that you're there for them.
So now what we're doing is, after really looking at all of it, mental health issues, it just gets younger and younger. It's frightening. And so I want to hit that hard and make sure that we are helping young kids, get what they need, taught what they need to be taught about mental health. People don't talk about it. There's a big stigma to it. I learned it the hard way.
The foundation has grown. We discussed a partnership with the district, Love Like Remi, and the Pando Initiative to form a program where we put student advocates in each of the 5 elementary school classrooms. So that was probably our first foray, our first project with the foundation. We just finished year number 1. A lot of feedback after the school year was over was that it helped them feel safe, it gave them someone to talk to, it gave them an advocate in the school. And that was our mission, or our goal with that, was to give kids a place that they could feel safe, that they could talk to someone.
So where we got to 10 years old, that kids are trying to take their life for having mental health issues, it's scary, and I want to make sure that we do something about that. And that's what Remington would want, for sure.
A year ago, we were given a proclamation from the city of Wichita for End the Stigma Day, which was May 16th of 2023, where that type of publicity just tells people that, hey, there are others struggling. It's not just me, and that I should ask for help. So just spreading the message, things like that.
Having not spent time with her in the way everyone else has that gets to be part of this foundation, you can't help but see the impact she had. And that's the legacy, and that's Love Like Remi.
Remington was just such a great kid. And when you think about, if this can happen to her, it can happen to anybody. And I think that's why I wanted to be on this board, why I wanted to be part of her foundation, because it's hard to even put into words the kind of bright light that she was. And that's what makes her, because again, we have 1,400 kids walking around our high school. And she would have been 1,400 out of 1,400 that I thought this would have ever happened to. And that's what makes it so impactful. We need to be aware of our kids and what they're going through and just do whatever we can to help them.
In June of 2022, we sat in a coffee shop with Amy and a few moms who really poured out their heart and their soul as to what they wanted Remington's legacy to be. I was moved to my core. In my job as a Sedgwick County Commissioner, I get to see the impact that mental health has on this community. And I'm convinced that if we're going to help those people that are in need, it's going to take a community effort, a collaboration from government to nonprofit, the faith community, our schools, that we're going to have to attack mental health problems as a community. And that's why I'm so appreciative of the Love Like Remi Foundation, because they understand the need. They understand it on a level that most of us don't. They understand that we got to attack the stigma so people feel comfortable talking about mental health challenges. They understand that we've got to get resources to people that are vulnerable, people that are in need of help, people that are thinking the most unimaginable things because of their mental health crisis. The Love Like Remi Foundation is an effort of people that care. It's a collaboration of people that want to make a change, that want to leave a legacy, that want to have impact. So we need your help. We need your help in a big way. We need your prayers, we need your support, we need finances so that we can get resources to the people that need them most. The Love Like Remi Foundation is changing this community and it's saving lives.